Welcome back, everybody. Max here with CAD Hunting, and today is Sunday. Do you guys know what that means? It is time for another junk silver update. I got a really nice bag of junk silver coins over here. Went out today to my scrap metal dealer to see what he has, if he has any awesome numismatic coins for scrap value for me, and I found a really nice bag of coins that I really wanted, so I ended up spending a little bit more than I liked. But then again, I like to be opportunistic with buying my coins. Sometimes I will expand my budget for situations like this, and I'm super happy that I did it. Let's go ahead and pull it out that you guys get a sneak peek before I lay out all the coins and talk about them in detail. We have a few proof sets here, which I will definitely keep in the plastic wrappers. Or actually, we have some uncirculated sets here. It's not proof sets, actually. And then on top of that, we have this awesome bag of all kinds of international junk silver coins. We have some Canadian stuff in there. We have some US stuff in there. We have some older British colonial stuff, a few European coins. It's basically all over the place. We even have a few nice Canadian proof coins in there. So let me go ahead and sort it all out for you guys. But let's talk about the numbers before for a second. So I paid a total of 370 Canadian dollars for this lot, and we're talking about 11.67 ounces of fine silver, which brings the spot price of this purchase to 31.64 Canadian dollars an ounce. That is roughly a bit over 25 US. So we're talking about being roughly 3% under spot here, with spot being 32.48, and that is an amazing deal. Whenever you can get coins like this for under spot, that is exactly where you want to be, and I'm super happy with it. And now I will go ahead, sort it all out for you guys, and talk about the coins in detail. I'll be back in a second. Alright, let's start with the proof sets, because they don't really fit in the camera if I put them together with the coins. We have two Canadian silver proof sets here, or actually silver uncirculated sets. I don't think those are actually proof sets, they don't have the frosting. We have 2x67 and 2x66, which is all very common years, but I like to stack those sets if I can get them for around spot value, but I don't think they are much more worth than spot value. So you want to be paying anywhere between $35 and $40 for those sets. Spot is around $37 right now, if I am not mistaken, and I paid $140 for the 4 sets, so $35 per set, which is an amazing price and something that I would do all day long. Another interesting fact with the 67 uncirculated sets is that the dime and the quarter are always 80% silver. As you guys know, they vary between 50 and 80%, but all the ones in sets, be it proof sets or uncirculated sets, are always 80% silver and not 50% how you find them in the wild mostly. So good start to the stacking here and good start to the purchase. This is an awesome deal and I love those. And now I will get to all the loose coins and talk about them in detail. Alright, we have it all nicely laid out in front of us, and it's an awesome mix of all kinds of international coins. Let's start at the top. We have a small row of US coinage here. We have 2 Morgan dollars. This one here is an 1888. It's a very common date, nothing special, and this coin looks also like it has been cleaned or slightly cleaned, but again, finding Morgan dollars for spot, especially today, is really hard, so I'm happy to pick up every single one I find. And then we have a 1921 Denver, also a very common date, but then again, Morgan dollars are hard to come by, and obviously I checked the weight and the diameter on all of those. With Morgan dollars you have to be extremely careful. There's so many fakes out there and you really don't want to run into that and waste your money on fake silver. We have a Walking Liberty here. It's a 1943, also a very common date, nothing super special, but again, awesome American coin which I like to pick up. We have a Standing Liberty quarter here with the date. It's a 1925, and we have a couple of Mercury dimes. This one is a 1943, and I believe the other one is a 1942. Oh, it's actually a 1940. But again, Mercury dimes, and the US coinage is one of my favorite material to stack, so I was super happy to pick them up. Underneath we have a small row of Canadian stuff. We have 2 simple Canadian dimes here that I only got because the price was very cheap, so definitely wanted those. We have a total of 4 Canadian quarters here. They're all King George V. We have a 1937 over here. Let's try to focus it. And then we have also a 1940 We have a 1951, and this one is the most interesting. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this 1 is extremely far away from the 5, and that is not normal. I put it next to another 1951, and that looks like an extreme far 1, so I would like to get some more infos if there's anyone of you guys there that is an expert on Canadian varieties and can tell me what this coin exactly is, or which variety this exactly is, because I couldn't find it on the first glance, but definitely something I wanted to pick up. And then we have another common King George one here. I think it's a 1949, nothing special, no 1948 or key dates, but a few Canadian quarters here. Then we have a beautiful, very old, nice Canadian quarter. This one here is an 1890 sterling, 25 cents Canada with Queen Victoria, and even like the younger Queen Victoria is still on this. So this is an amazing coin. This is something that you usually do not find for scrap, and I believe that is at least a $10 to $15 coin in worst case scenario. And then we have around 20 of those Canadian old 5-cent pieces. We have a few Victorians in there, but no key dates or anything special. But again, most of those are sterling silver. I think only 2 of them were before 1921. Were after 1921, so awesome coinage to pick up for spot price, because usually you cannot buy those things for less than, let's say, $3 to $5 each. That is usually the normal price for them. And if you buy them for melt, they're roughly around $1, so that is a very, very awesome deal. And we have some more Canadian coinage here, and this is actually a first time for me to find some beautiful sterling silver proofs. So this is a whole sterling silver proof set. It's missing the dollar, but we have the 50-cent piece, we have the quarter, we have the nickel and the diamond. All of those are sterling silver. All of those are 2002 commemorative silver proofs, and those ones you don't find often. You can clearly see that they're silver. I mean, you can first of all check it by weight. The weight is pretty significantly different, but the edge also looks completely different. If you hold this next to a 50-cent clad piece, you straight away see that it's silver. And to get those things at spot is amazing. Unfortunately, they're all not in perfect condition anymore. They still have beautiful frosting and a beautiful luster, but all of them already have a little bit of scratches because they were in a junk silver bin. But nevertheless, picking those up for spot is definitely a plus for me. And on top of that, we have a bunch of international European stuff. Let's go through it piece by piece here. This one is a half franc, 83.5%. And this one is a 1930. So it's 1950. It's definitely a pretty common date, but still awesome. We have a 10 cents straight settlements, and that's maybe one of the best coins of today. So this is a 10 cents straight settlement 1901, still with Queen Victoria on there. There's not so many of those out there. They're definitely more collectible coins. If you go a little bit later in the years to 1910-ish, the coins become extremely common, but the Victorian ones are still very, very rare. This one here is a Panama 10th of a Balboa, 90% silver, 1962. Common, but again, nice US mint coin made for Panama. Then we have those 6 coins here, which is one of my favorite pickups in this whole lot. All of this is Hong Kong sterling silver coins. We have 4 10-cent pieces, and we have a couple of 5-cent pieces. Those ones here with King Edward, the 7s on there, but we also have some Victorian stuff here. If you guys can have a look here, we have a Victorian one here. This one is 1891, and I absolutely love the design on those Hong Kong coins. One of the most beautiful coin designs, in my opinion, from the old coinage. I also like the old Indian rupees, but those two are very, very much up there, in my opinion. I love them a lot. Here we have a small, tiny piece of bullion. We have a 1 gram panda here, which is also something that I will not sneeze at if I find it for junk silver price. As you know, all bullion products are kind of crazy right now. The premiums are insane. So if you can find something like this for spot, I'd take it. Then we have a nice Newfoundland piece here, 5 cents, 1908, also with King Edward on there. So beautiful coin. I love picking up Newfoundland stuff. Then here, 10 Öre, Sweden, very common coin, nothing special here, 40% silver. And then we have this beautiful Egyptian coin here. This is a 2 piastres. I think it's from 1948 is the last year they produced this. So this must be something before 1948. I'm pretty sure I could get the date out of it, but I didn't have the time to put the effort in there. but those ones are 50% silver and they just have an awesome shape. I loved those kind of hexagon shaped coins, beautiful. On top of that, we have a few bits and pieces down here that are all pretty common. We have a couple of British sixpence here, of actually 3 of them, all of them 50% silver. We have this Austrian 5 shilling piece here, 64% silver, 1967. Over here we have 2 actually coins from Venezuela. Those are a quarter of a, blanking out here, but they're a quarter of a Balboa, right? No, it's not a Balboa. Naja, doesn't matter, actually a quarter, I'm just blanking here for a second right now. They're 83.5% silver and from the 40s. Absolutely beautiful coins. I love those old South American coins if I can get them. We also have a Victorian 50-cent Newfoundland piece here, 1896 sterling silver with Queen Victoria on them. Again, the Newfoundland coins have all a very incredibly low mintage. I believe there's only 50,000 made of this coin, or somewhere around there, so it's definitely an awesome collectible coin that is great to pick up for spot price. We also have another 50% UK half crown here from 1939. Very common chunky silver coin, 50%. Something that I like to pick up if I get it for spot, even though they're not the highest on my priority list because they're pretty common. There's a lot of those British coins out there. And then last but not least, my favorite coin, or it's actually a medallion of the day. This one here is a German commemorative medallion from the Free City of Hamburg. And this is basically a reproduction of this boat that you can see here, which is called the Wapen from Hamburg. And the cool thing about this coin is that we have a stamp on the rim. It is quite hard to find. Especially the lighting here is not so perfect right now. Let me find the stamp for a second. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, I don't think I can focus on the stamp, but the stamp is there. It is a 1000 stamp, which means that this is a pure silver bullion coin, 99.9%. It's roughly 21 grams. And this one looks to be a quite rare coin. I haven't found so much information in the time I had about it, but this is definitely a collectible piece. There's a lot of collector for like those kind of silly coins and medallions because usually they are made in very low mintages, and this one is definitely a pure silver bullion coin, so it's pure 1000 silver, which is amazing. Also has the German crown mint mark on there, so I'm super happy to find something like this. I love oddities and I love finding very old bullion coins, and this one is pretty old. I'm not quite sure how old it is, but I'm pretty sure it must be from around the 60s latest, so it's an amazing pickup that I cannot be unhappy about. Overall, I found so many collectible coins here today that I got for spot price, and that makes me just absolutely happy. My favorite today is definitely the Canadian proof coins and this German medallion here, but I also love the Hong Kong stuff. I love the Morgan dollars. I love almost all of the coins here, so I'm super happy with it. Let me know, guys, which coins are your favorites here and if you think I made a good deal or not. And I hope you enjoyed this video today. I'm going to be back next week with another junk silver update. And until then, guys, have a good one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider doing so. It would make me super happy. And hit the like button if you have time. And have a good one. See you next time.